I'm a born hunter and outdoorsman with a relentless passion for nature. I told myself that if I ever had an opportunity to have my own outdoor show, I would show the things and people that we don't traditionally see, and that I would be an example for other outdoorsmen to follow. There's a whole different world out there when it comes to the outdoors, a world we seldom see. Welcome to the other side. N.onT.ypical Outdoorsman TV is brought to you by Thorogood Boots, the southeastern region of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Moffle Journey Safaris, Outdoor Stewards of Conservation Foundation, and individual donors like you. Hey everybody, welcome back to the final episode of Season 4 here on Pursuit Channel. On this week's episode, I'll be teaching you all how to hunt our nation's National Wildlife Refuges. There are more than 500 National Wildlife Refuges across America, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands, which gives us tons of opportunities to go out and hunt, fish, hike, bird watching, and just enjoy nature. Unfortunately, a lot of Americans don't understand hunting on National Wildlife Refuges, or if you can hunt on a National Wildlife Refuge. Since I'm a hunter, I'm going to be focusing more on the hunting aspect of the refuges than the other activities you can do. Over the years, one of the things that I have realized is that a lot of Americans, to include myself at one point, did not even know that we could hunt National Wildlife Refuges. Sometimes it is confusing as to how to hunt or whether we can hunt National Wildlife Refuges. We oftentimes will see a white sign with a blue goose on it, which is the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service's property symbol, I guess you would call it, because you oftentimes see this sign along refuges. And on that sign, you will sometimes see entry prohibited, or no entry, or authorized personnel only. Well, that can sometimes be confusing, because us as regular civilians, we can hunt that land, we can access that land. However, there is a way that you go about doing it. And sometimes I've heard people say, there's too much red tape, they don't really know the seasons, there's different seasons. Some of that is true, and we're going to talk about it. So let's get into what it takes to hunt our nation's National Wildlife Refuges. You can save yourself a lot of time by going to the internet and looking up the wildlife refuges near you. Oftentimes, there is a National Wildlife Refuge within a 50-mile radius of any major city in America. As I mentioned earlier, in most cases, all you really need is your state hunting license and a refuge permit. Here we have refuge permits from Santee and St. Mark's. If you're completely unfamiliar with hunting on National Wildlife Refuges, it wouldn't hurt to give the refuge manager a call to ask them, or possibly even the game warden, about hunting on the refuge. In the case of Santee, hunters are required to wear at all times, a minimum of 500 square inches of solid fluorescent orange material above the waist during primitive and family and friends hunts. Speaking of friends and family hunts, this is an excellent opportunity to go over and hunt Santee. Haven't hunted that area before, and I'm going to bring you one of those hunts here in a second. There are no shortage of deer there on the refuge. Now let's get into a hunt that I did this past November over in Santee. Okay, what you're seeing here is common with a lot of first-time hunters. Shenita clearly has a shot. The doe is almost standing there saying, "Shoot me," but Shenita is having a hard time squeezing that trigger. Unfortunately, what happens when you aim at something for a long period of time and you don't pull the trigger, you start to shake, you start to wobble. So I had Shenita lower the gun, take a deep breath, and get back on target and shoot that deer.
Good shot, good shot. You put it down.
Come on, reload it again. Come on. Good shot.
Just leave it out.
Yeah. Pull it out and load it again just in case.
Okay.
There you go. Good shot. How you feel shooting your first deer? It took you forever to pull the trigger. I heard that slug when they hit it. Come on, load it again just in case another one come out. Okay, close it back up. Okay, you ain't got to cock it yet. She's down.
Okay.
Cause that slug will put it down. So that's the way you do it. You got your first deer out there on the ground. So congratulations. Look at the camera. Tell everybody what you think. Shooting your first deer.
Felt good.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait because another one may come out. So now we're looking for a buck. So if a buck comes out, we're gonna take that shot. That's what you do.
Okay.
You see how she came out? She watched, making sure we're close to square.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have some deer on the ground today. You got your window down. Just to be using a 12 gauge slug.
Okay.
That slug hit that deer. I heard the slug when it hit it. She went straight down. So that's good.
Hi, my name is Shenita Ogelsby. Just shot my very first deer, and it's all thanks to Mr. Eric Morris with N.onT.ypical Outdoorsman TV.
Have you ever thought about working for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service? If so, the Southeast region of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is the perfect fit for those that are passionate about nature, science, native plants, and wildlife. Offering positions for IT specialists, wildlife biologists, law enforcement, refuge manager, and maintenance worker, you can enjoy great pay and federal benefits. The Pathways program offers internship opportunities for current students, recent graduates, and those with advanced degrees. With 131 refuges across the southeastern United States, Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico, the region offers unparalleled opportunities for hunting, allowing families the space to pass down our nation's rich hunting heritage. Public land on National Wildlife Refuges are for all to enjoy, and the service welcomes people of all ethnicities, ages, and nationalities. To find employment and intern opportunities, visit usajobs.gov or www.fws.gov.
Hi, I'm Monica Williams. Welcome to Santee. Thank you.
We at Bone Collector believe that what you put on your feet, it matters. Thorogood's been around a long time. It's a brand you can trust. They make boots you can trust. Whether you're in the mountains of Alaska, in the plains of Kansas, or the swamps of Georgia, from field to farm, Thorogood has you covered. Thorogood, an American company since 1892.
Yeah, Shenita was happier than a pig in a mud puddle after she shot that deer. And we sat there for the rest of the morning, for at least for a couple hours, hoping to see more deer come out. And about 10 minutes after she shot the doe, we looked over to the right and saw these deer coming out. They obviously heard the shot, but obviously they wasn't concerned about it. But unfortunately, there were no bucks, so we sat until it was time to end the hunt. Here I am down here at Santee National Wildlife Refuge, completing a diversity hunt that we did here this past weekend to help bring more diversity among America's hunters that are visiting the wildlife refuge. Today I have Shenita Ogelsby. She's a very special hunter, very unique hunter, and I'm gonna just introduce you all to her. So tell everybody, tell America who you are, where you're from, and how you came to participate in this hunt.
Okay. Hello, my name is Shenita Ogelsby, originally from Fredericksburg, Virginia, by way of Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm in Charlotte now. Found Eric on social media. I have been interested not only in the outdoors, but in hunting for quite some time now. And he was offering to do a hunt here in Summerville, South Carolina. When I saw him on Facebook, I instantly had to jump on it and took advantage of the opportunity.
All right. And we're going to talk about her success on this hunt in a minute. But with Shenita, you came, when you jumped on social media, when I posted the hunt, my question to you was, do you have hunter education? And you said, nope, I'm brand new. Just started. And I said, oh, well, guess what? I have a hunter education class in 3 days.
Exactly.
Can you make it?
Yes.
And you drove down from Charlotte.
Hopped in the car, drove 4 hours to go to a hunter education class with Eric. Yes.
Yep. And so then from there was about 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
Or so, maybe 3 weeks or so. And then now you drove here to Summerton, South Carolina, to participate in this hunt. Is this your first time on a wildlife refuge?
Very first time.
Have you ever heard of a wildlife refuge prior to coming here?
Had heard of them, seen them in the area, but had no idea that there were any kind of hunting opportunities available to the public.
Okay. I remember my days of thinking the same way because I didn't know. I just thought that it was a refuge, you couldn't hunt, but you came down and it was your first time camping out.
Yes.
First time eating wild game.
I'm a newbie, yes.
So she was brand new, y'all. She was brand spanking new. And so she came down and she got to experience all that. And so we did a hunt yesterday morning. Didn't see anything.
Nothing.
One guy actually got a doe. I got a nice deer. But today we had luck.
Day 2. Yes.
Day two. I was in the blind with Shenita because she's brand new, and I didn't think it was fair for me to take a brand new, inexperienced hunter, throw in the blind, and say, "Hey, good luck, shoot something. I'll see you this afternoon."
Yes.
So we sat in the blind, and what happened?
I got one.
That's right. She got one, y'all. She got a nice one. And how does it feel shooting your first doe or your first deer?
It feels great. Definitely an adrenaline rush. But I couldn't be happier.
Okay. So you're using an H&R slug gun of mine.
Yes.
12 gauge slug with the scope on it. How was the recoil? How you made a perfect shot? You put that slug right where I told you to put it, in the shoulder.
Yep.
And that slug, I mean, that doe just collapsed.
She did.
Collapsed. So how was the recoil? How, I know you're thinking about buying a gun.
Yes.
You're waiting on my recommendation to tell you which gun to buy.
Help me out.
So, but how was the recoil for a 12 gauge?
This was not bad at all. I had shot a 12 gauge before at the range, that kind of thing, but this was not bad. It's actually heavier than
9
what I
pounds.
had shot before. So that kind of concerned me a little bit. This was also my first time shooting with a scope.
Right. So let's talk about that. She said it was the first time shooting with a scope. Traditionally, we do not like to take hunters who have never shot a particular kind of firearm, give it to them, and say, "Hey, go shoot." But you showed me you had shot a gun before, which made it a little bit easier. Hunting with a scope or shooting with a scope is somewhat easier than open sight. So I made sure this was sighted in. And so you say I worked with you before the hunt to see if you could see a good sight picture and everything.
Right.
And I had confidence in you. And so based on that doe that you dropped, you're good to go. You're good to go. So So congratulations on the hunt.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Congratulations on your
Thanks
first
to you.
deer.
Thank
Hey,
you.
that's my job. I am the messenger and I am the seed planter. So hopefully you will come back and hunt other refuges. You will go out and participate. Buy you a gun. Become a more proficient hunter.
Yes.
So matter of fact, y'all, there was only 2 deer that were brought back to the cleaning table. Yours was one of them.
Yes.
You shot the biggest doe. So with this hunt, I said the person who shoots the biggest buck and biggest doe will get a prize.
Yes.
I'm going to get your address and I'm going to send you a prize for shooting the biggest doe.
Thank
You weighed
you.
132 pounds. So I'm glad you enjoyed this hunt. Tell your friends about the opportunities with hunting. We want to get more diversity in hunting, more women in hunting.
Absolutely.
And like I say, if you have any questions about hunting and what it takes to hunt, what you need, feel free to call me.
Absolutely.
I will help guide you on your way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Now let's hear from Monica Williams, the refuge manager at Santee.
Hi, I'm Monica Williams and I work for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. I'm the Wildlife Refuge Manager here at Santee National Wildlife Refuge in Summerton, South Carolina. I grew up here in South Carolina and so it's nice to be back in my home state. I've worked for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service since 1998 for the past 23 years. I came in through the Student Career Experience Program as a biological science trainee, then became a wildlife biologist where I worked on several refuges in the Northeast, and now I am back in South Carolina as the refuge manager. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is a great agency to work for. I love being outdoors. I love working with wildlife. I love working with people and educating them about the work that we do to conserve habitat for fish and wildlife and plants. And so welcome to Santee. Thank you.
Trivia question. When was the National Refuge System started and by which president? N.onT.ypical Outdoorsman TV is the most diverse outdoor television show on the planet and delivers true hunting diversity and outdoor inclusion. We inspire thousands to become active in hunting and the outdoor lifestyle. Here at N.onT.ypical Outdoorsman, it's not about the size of antlers, the length of a beard. It's all about showing the things and the people that we don't traditionally see and being the example for other outdoorsmen to follow. We love to hunt, no matter if it's a double drop time buck or a fat bushy-tailed squirrel. Serving hunters since 1994, Montfort Johnny Safaris is a hunter's paradise, offering both trophy hunting and management hunts for 32 species of dangerous and plains game. This South African safari caters to both rifle and bow hunters. Johnny prides itself in offering hunters and guests a true African experience. All-inclusive hunts and sightseeing tours start at just $3,200 US. Use promo code N.onT.ypical to save 5% off of your next Johnny safari. Trivia question. When was the National Refuge System started and by which president? Answer. The National Wildlife Refuge System was created on March 14, 1903 by President Teddy Roosevelt. Lower Suwanee National Wildlife Refuge, located in Chiefland, Florida, is a prime hog hunting destination. I and a few others hunted Suwanee this past January, and I'm telling y'all, the hogs are pretty good in there.
We offer waterfowl, deer, turkey, so we have archery and muzzleloader for the deer. Small game, we have night hunting for raccoons. So pretty much every season that's within the state we kind of follow along with. Our season is abbreviated to there, so you have to look at the brochure and see our hunt day.
So this hunt here is a special hunt. So it's just for these, it was Wednesday through Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
And then you start, our regular hog season starts again
29th.
On the 29th.
Yep.
29th and it ends on the 13th. And then you've got 3 weeks of turkey, youth turkey, and then everybody else turkey.
Yeah. You just have to make sure you read our brochure because our dates are selected. They're not the whole season, but we are open during all the seasons.
And
but
the
just
only
a
time
different-
you can't shoot hogs is during turkey. Because you don't want to, turkey hunter is a special breed. I don't want to mess with them.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But any other season, hogs are.
What days
Andrew
were that?
always has his phone available, and it's on everything. Honestly, that's the only manager I've known that's ever been like him. So, you know, if you're looking for opportunities or have questions before you come out here,
Yeah. My cell phone's out there for everybody. It's in the hunt brochure in 2 spots. It's on the website. It's on the front gate.
Welcome to St. Mark's National Wildlife Refuge. We just finished up the hunt. We got 2 of the hunters here. We have Tiffany and we have Reggie. And Ryan, the 3rd hunter for this weekend's hunt, had to leave this morning. But we just finished up the hunt, y'all. Didn't get any deer. We saw deer, but what do y'all think about hunting here on St. Mark's National Wildlife Refuge here in Florida?
It's been fun. It's been fun. It's been surprisingly fun. Because when I've heard of the refuge, you always think that it's crowded. It's not fun. There's a lot of people.
Right.
No one gets along. But it was really, it was fun.
Okay, what do you think, Tiffany?
I really enjoyed it. I'm always looking for new areas to hunt, and I really did not know that this was such a nice area.
Right.
I kind of thought of it as just, I don't know, in your mind, if you're not from this area, you think it's like the beach or something.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I know a lot of people have different perceptions about hunting on public land. This is federal land here at the refuge, and you mentioned, you know, when you came, you didn't know what to think. You didn't know about, being overcrowded, people not getting along, because across the country, public land hunting has a lot of negative stigmas. But as y'all got to experience firsthand this weekend, it's not bad at all. I mean, the area, the unit we was hunting, the Newport unit, was like 7,000 acres.
Right.
So that was pretty interesting. So just a little bit, where are you from and what kind of work do you do? And then after him, Tiffany, tell them where you're from, what kind of work you do.
I'm from Central Florida, near Tampa, just north of Tampa. I'm a police officer, a police captain in Central Florida.
Okay.
I'm from Hawthorne, near about Gainesville, and I'm actually a nurse. I actually work a couple of jobs, but my main job is I'm director of nursing for a nonprofit.
Okay. And so I had y'all say that because sometimes, when we do these types of hunts, people sometimes don't know what to expect as to who the hunters are going to be. Both of y'all are experienced hunters. You are truly a unique hunter. You're a woman, and she's not just a pretty face in camo. She knows her stuff.
Yes.
I mean, she got this big 4-wheel drive truck over here behind us, and hunt stand and all kind of apps and custom guns and all kind of good stuff. So she's a hunter, but a lot of times, people don't really know what to think about who's going to be coming. I know I do work hard to try to get a more diverse group of hunters coming to public hunting lands, and sometimes people just really don't know that, there are certain stigmas within that as to who participates in the hunts, though. But I'm glad y'all had a good time and everything. Do you think you might be coming back to the refuge at some point?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I've got it all marked up. I've got spots marked.
That's right. That's right.
We saved our spots.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because there's a lot of hunting opportunities out here, and we did see a few hunters, but like I said, it was plenty of room to hunt out here. So I encourage all of you all to come to St. Mark's. I know for this hunt, I only ended up with 3 hunters, whereas I was shooting for 8 or 10. There were some that signed up, but some people just dropped out. Why do you all think people sometimes just drop out of good opportunities like these? I'm still trying to figure it out.
I really think they don't really understand some of those stigmas that we talked about at the beginning. Yeah. I think that may be in their mind, but I think once they get here, if they get there, it will change them for sure. Yeah. I know that this is a little brochure for ladies and gentlemen, all y'all who are watching. This is your hunting regulations for the National Wildlife Refuge. Each refuge across the United States has one. This is one for St. Mark's, and it shows you a map of all the different public hunting areas and public land opportunities available to you. So thank y'all again for coming out. And y'all, if y'all have not taken an opportunity to hunt a National Wildlife Refuge, you don't know what you're missing. There is thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of acres of land out there for y'all to go out and hunt, just as we did this weekend. So thank y'all for watching, and go check out your local National Wildlife Refuge. Thanks for watching.
We at Bone Collector believe that what you put on your feet, it matters. Thorogood's been around a long time. It's a brand you can trust. They make boots you can trust. Whether you're in the mountains of Alaska, in the plains of Kansas, or the swamps of Georgia, from field to farm, Thorogood has you covered. Thorogood, an American company since 1892.
Have you ever thought about working for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service? If so, the Southeast region of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is the perfect fit for those that are passionate about nature, science, native plants, and wildlife. Offering positions for IT specialists, wildlife biologists, law enforcement, refuge manager, and maintenance worker, you can enjoy great pay and federal benefits. The Pathways program offers internship opportunities for current students, recent graduates, and those with advanced degrees. With 131 refuges across the southeastern United States, Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico, the region offers unparalleled opportunities for hunting, allowing families the space to pass down our nation's rich hunting heritage. Public land on National Wildlife Refuges are for all to enjoy, and the service welcomes people of all ethnicities, ages, and nationalities. To find employment and intern opportunities, visit usajobs.gov or www.fws.gov.
Hi, I'm Monica Williams. Welcome to Santee. Thank you.
Serving hunters since 1994, Mafojani Safaris is a hunter's paradise, offering both trophy hunting and management hunts for 32 species of dangerous and plains game. This South African safari caters to both rifle and bow hunters. Mafojani prides itself in offering hunters and guests a true African experience. All-inclusive hunts and sightseeing tours start at just $3,200 US. Use promo code N.onT.ypical to save 5% off of your next Mafojani safari. Well, that's it, y'all. That's the end of season 3. It's been fun bringing y'all exciting, diverse content here on Pursuit Channel. And as I mentioned when I first started this season, on the very first episode, if you want to see more extended versions of the shows you've seen here, and to see more episodes of N.onT.ypical Outdoorsman TV, then subscribe to the channel. The show has its own app. It's available at www.N.onT.ypical.com or in your different stores where you can find your apps.